Are you ready to listen to a story? Our story today features the letter X. Before we begin, let us find out what these words mean. X-ray, xylem, xylophone. A day in the Science Museum. Xavier and his classmates went on a field trip to a science museum. All right, kids, let's line up properly so we can enter the museum. We will start on the first floor where the plant exhibit is, Teacher Bell said to the class. The security guard greeted them warmly as they entered the glass door. They walked towards the big cross-section model of a plant stem. Xavier pointed at the model and asked, "They look like huge straws, Teacher Bell. What do they do inside the plant?" That's a good observation, Xavier. This one is called the xylem. Imagine yourself drinking sagot gulaman using a straw. When you take a sip, the contents move upward inside the straw. The same thing happens inside the xylem. Only it's water and mineral salts that go up from the plant's roots to the stem and then on to the leaves, Teacher Bell explained at length. Xavier's classmates were so fascinated by what they just learned about plants. Their group headed to the second floor. They found a section about animals there. One exhibit caught their attention. The curious students gasped. "Look at that fish! It's nothing like we have seen before. Is that even real?" Teacher Bell laughed a bit and explained, "Don't worry, kids. The fish that you see are truly alive. These freshwater fish are called X-ray tetra. They can be found in South America. Can you guess why they are called that?" Xavier answered eagerly, "Because we can see right through them. It's like how an X-ray can see the bones inside our bodies." Teacher Bell agreed. "That's correct, Xavier. We can see their bones. Come along. There are more fascinating things to see on the next floor. We'll ride the elevator this time." As the group got off the elevator, they heard the soft sound of a wooden percussion instrument. "Is that what I think it is?" one of Xavier's classmates asked, who happens to have a good ear for music. Teacher Bell answered, "You must be hearing the xylophone. There it is on the left. Let's go closer." She directed the kids to the display of percussion instruments from Maguindanao, one of which had 8 slabs of different lengths made from soft wood. Kids, meet the kulintang akayo, or the wooden xylophone. You should know that when you strike the shorter slabs with a mallet, it will create a higher pitched sound. If you strike the longer slabs, it will produce a sound in a lower pitch. Let's try playing it, shall we? All the kids had their turn in creating wonderful tunes with a wooden xylophone. As the kids boarded their bus at the end of the field trip, Xavier realized something. "Classmates, didn't you notice? Most of the new things we learned today begin with the letter X. How cool was that?" Everyone agreed and laughed. Teacher Bell added, "Well, it must have been exciting for all of you. Don't forget to share what you've learned today." Where did Xavier and his classmates go during their field trip? What did they find in the first floor of the museum? What did the xylem of a plant look like? What does the xylem do for a plant? Why was the fish in the exhibit called X-ray tetra? Where can the fish be found? What kind of musical instrument is the xylophone? What do people use to make the xylophone create sound? Where can the kulintang akayo be found? What kind of pitch will you hear if you strike the longer slabs of the xylophone? There were a lot of words starting with the letter X in our story. Xylem, X-ray, X-ray tetra, xylophone, savior. Can you pick one word and use it in a sentence?